just joined us, it's still Journalist Hangout. I still have Majid Jamiu right here and also GKB. Now, let's move straight to our next conversation. It is said that where there is a will, there is a way. True to this saying, the leadership of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, is defying odds to reorganize the party in the face of mounting crisis. The PDP said it is set to hold its 100th National Executive Council NEC meeting on the 30th of June, despite objections from the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. PDP National Publicity Secretary Debo Olugunagba stated that INEC has no authority to stop the statutory meeting. The party challenged INEC's rejection of the NEC meeting notice, which the electoral umpire objected to because it was not signed by the national chairman and the national secretary. Ahmed, Majid, what is the PDP's reason, for insisting on going ahead with this NEC meeting, despite INEC's objection? Why?
On this one, I am with the PDP.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Yeah, because what they are holding is not a convention. It's not, they are not electing anybody. It's just it's a routine party meeting. And this is not the first time only one officer of the party will be writing to INEC, and INEC would acknowledge. And no, it is just it's not statutory.
So it was just a matter of courtesy.
It's courtesy on this one. It's not that they are holding a convention. They are not holding elective or something. So, and maybe because I don't know why Alilu Aminu, the acting secretary of INEC, should write. I don't know how he arrived at that decision. There has been several Supreme Court rulings on who and who should communicate. If PDP is nominating a candidate like it did in the Anambra case, where a wrong secretary signed. Of course, the party corrected itself and had to get Anyanwu to sign with the chairman. And INEC accepted. But on this, a notice for this 100th NEC meeting was given at the 99th meeting on May 30.
Okay.
And what they need is just 21 days notice. The chairman is a bona fide chairman of the party. He signed, and INEC is now saying he should have signed with the secretary.
So you're saying INEC is a bit overzealous?
I think INEC is overzealous. INEC should not. There are some things we should overlook. Everybody knows that we want a virile opposition. Are you trying to assist APC to kill PDP or what? So there is nothing absolutely wrong with it. Is the party that mandated the chairman to call for this meeting, and the notice for the meeting was given at the 99th session. And
the Supreme Court has said that they can decide on their internal.
But then for PDP to fulfill all righteousness, I will say, well, since INEC is saying this, fulfill all righteousness, let Samawa Anyanwu sign in addition with the signature of the chairman. But I don't think INEC has the right to say if they do that meeting, it's null and void.
Do you agree with this? How legally binding is this if Samawa Anyanwu does not sign here?
I think the challenge we have here is the fact that we keep forgetting that both the chairman and the secretary were elected by the party at the Congress.
Yes.
Basically at the convention. So this is just part of their routine job. And if not for the fact that they have issues, the chairman and secretary signing a letter, of course, it should not be a big deal. But it's a big deal now because the secretary has come out to say that he is not aware of any meeting being called. So therefore, the man who is mandated by law to record the minutes of the meeting, he said that he's not aware that the meeting has been called.
Okay.
That to me is the lacuna. We can parabolate all we want.
Okay.
But ultimately, I think Anyanwu is still holding PDP by the jugular. Do I agree to it? Do I like it? Of course not. But somewhere, PDP must run away from the danger of losing out down the line of something that you and I assume are inconsequential.
Okay.
Don't forget this what caused, not this particular meeting, something like this that caused the APC, the entire structure in Zamfara.
Yeah, in Zamfara, yes.
Particular point in time. Because once we get careless and people decide, okay, it's not a big deal, and the thing moves forward legally, and the court now says it's a big deal, they will have gone too far, and the damage will have been done so much that to come back to the point right now of correcting it will be very difficult.
So if it is not corrected, you think it's going to be an effort in
It
futility?
may or it may not be, but good knowing Nigerian politics, it may be a year down the line. They may have even selected their presidential candidates.
And someone now goes to court and
this matter of whatever decision this NEC is taking will now be nullified as null and void. And that will now open a whole Pandora box of things they've done after June 30th.
So what do you think PDP should do going forward here? What do you think they should?
These are adults. I think by now
they don't need to be advised.
I think by now all this will have been resolved. They've been on this matter now for close to 3 years. Since the election, if you remember, when Atiku was telling stories about why he cannot get rid of the chairman, well, despite promising that to go to the south. I think they just need to get together and decide whether they still want the party or not. Or else it just become a ghost town. Because everybody will just take their ball and go. Because if you keep putting a fishbone in the neck of the party, you cannot eat it. Cannot spit it out. Then what exactly are we saying?
I mean, if the Supreme Court has given the parties the liberty to organize its internal affairs, does INEC still have the constitutional authority to question the internal scheduling of
parties? It's a very delicate question to answer. And like GKB said, if I were PDP, I would play safe. Because no matter how good your team is, if you score a goal, and everybody knows that it is a clean goal, the umpire, the referee says it is not a goal. And you see, if your players have been misbehaving, you know, your players have been misbehaving, they have been rude to the referee. And you now claim that, yes, you scored that goal, but the referee says, yes, I know you scored it, but I want to punish you. And those are the VAR room too. Might say, well, it's a goal, but these players, I think we should teach them the lesson. They will say it's offside. Or they will now go back and say about a minute before the ball was kicked, somebody pinched somebody. So that's why I said you cannot dictate to the umpire. I've said it earlier that yes, because Ologunagba is saying now that it's not INEC's business, it's our business. INEC is your umpire. You can't tell the umpire when to blow. The umpire can the umpire can decide to give you injury time of 15 minutes. And he can decide to give you injury time of just 1 or 2 minutes. You can't query him.
Or even no injury time.
Or no injury time at all.
See, for the team that is winning, that is a bit worn out, you say, we don't need injury time. But a team that needs to score at all costs,
they need the
injury time. So, but the team cannot dictate to the umpire how many minutes the injury time will be. It is the umpire. INEC is the umpire here. I've blamed INEC, yes, but you should realize that when the chips are down, the problem of PDP started in 2015 when they lost that power. When they lost power. They have been in power for 16 years. So they were, it's like I'll call them quote unquote akebaje, a spoiled child.
They are not used to opposition.
It's daddy that takes the.
They are not used to hard times.
They are not used to hard times.
Oh, hard
times. Yes. So they are so used to opulence. Everything gets sorted. They have appointment. They have everything. Everything comes easy. Anybody that is aggrieved, they'll call him, give him one juicy appointment or one oil rig or one fantastic contract and settled. But now, all those freebies are gone. So it's only Atiku that calls the shots. He's the big man in the house, whatever he wants, gets it when it's election time. In fact, I should commend Atiku now. He has not gone for vacation in Dubai because each time he loses an election, he'll go to Dubai. Another 4-year cycle, he comes back. But now it's on ground trying to ensure that Ada becomes Ada Obi. But back to what we are saying, they should not joke with INEC. Don't take INEC for granted. Ologun Agba, all these ones that he's saying, better go and get Anyanwu, beg him, let him sign.
I mean, you talked about Anyanwu. What do they have against Samuel Anyanwu? Is it a personal?
It is what they have against Wike. It's not Anyanwu. It's Wike.
It's not Anyanwu.
The party, you must remember that Wike took over the party after the 2015 elections. It was their main financier, and it was putting people he likes. Don't forget, even when they allotted the chairman slots to the Southwest, Wike insisted on secondus.
Yes.
And he got his way.
Yeah.
So it was his money that was running the party. So based on that, he has his structured family in his pouch, as it were. Because of that, any other major player will have to kowtow to Wike one way or the other. Now, they don't want to do that. Everybody wants to sidestep everything until the convention later in the year. And meanwhile, Wike is making sure that all the necessary steps to be taken towards the convention are not adhered to, so that nobody can snatch the party from him. So that's the reality of PDP. PDP's father, those who started PDP, the military guys, those who started in 1998, have been sidelined. So there are nobody they can run to. Babangida is incapacitated. Sule Lamido has turned himself to a revisionist historian. As a lot of people are not really interested in what the party becomes. So that to me is the key. Like Moji said, we need viable opposition. PDP has the structure to truly fight to regain power. But they can't seem to manage 2, 3, 4, 5 people within their own ranks.
I mean, you talked about Sule Lamido. I remember Sule Lamido, there was a time he said he will not attend any PDP meeting unless Wike is expelled.
Well, before I respond to that, I think basically the crux of this matter, why Anyanwu refused to sign, is because at that meeting, at the 100th meeting scheduled for June 30, that's where they plan to remove him.
Oh.
Yes, because, or rather suspend. They will
but why can't they wait till his tenure expires later?
No, it will be too late because, you see, they know what they are doing. There will be primaries in Ekiti and Ogun.
Okay.
And Osun.
Osun,
before the next. Before the next convention. So, and if Anyanwu is removed, the Wike faction will not have a say in who become the governorship candidates in those states. Anyanwu knows that, see, it's like you want to put a rope on my neck to take me to the slaughter slab. So we now put my neck there.
You want me to put a rope on my neck?
Okay,
yes.
So now
for me to come to the guillotine.
So you think it's suicidal for him?
Of course.
If he signs.
So he knows, and yes, they can hold that meeting, but if they take any decision there that requires ratification, I mean, if you can go there and talk about how you want to reconcile, but to suspend a secretary or to remove him without INEC's presence there, it will not hold water. That they will start a court case on that one. So that is the main issue on ground. That's why Anyanwu did not sign, and the party chairman signed alone. And INEC is saying, no, the two of you must sign. So they know the game they are playing. But like Biodun Showumi, who is on his way out of the party.
Segun
Showumi. Like he said ego matters, ego problems. That until all of them can come from their high towers and say, come, we need to resolve the matter of this party. Until they're able to do that. If you insist that, yes, Wike is the problem, we have to deal with him, we have to remove all these guys from the party. Wike is the one has been the one funding the party since 2015. He has structures in all the 36 states. And now how many states do they have?
And he has loyalists even among the governors.
PDP has, I think, from 12 states now, they are down to 10. So the remaining 16 states, the remaining 26 states,
yes.
Wike is the one funding the structure of the party. In all the 26 states, in all the states where they do not have governors. So when you bring delegates of these states together, they will overrun anybody. So there is no way you can take a decision to suspend Wike. You won't get it. You won't form a quorum. So they don't even want to try it. They can't even try it. So Lamido will rather not attend PDP meeting till eternity because I don't see Wike. They don't have the capacity to suspend Wike.
I mean, some would even say that, yes, what's so special about him in the PDP? That why is it so difficult that he can't handle that situation?
Because it's generous and it's funding them.
So it's about the money back.
He who pays the piper.
About the
Structure.
Not about money.
Money fuels the structure.
Money fuels the structure.
Yeah.
He has the resources.
So once you do that, you control whatever you want to control. I think the way forward really is for whoever is left in the PDP to ensure that they go to the convention armed with enough delegates. Because or else, if they are going right, if the convention were to hold next week, the Wike camp will still be in control of PDP. That's the way it is structured right now. Because when a lot of the major players left, or rather went into hibernation after the 2015 defeats, only Wike was standing tall. Other people came in, although most of the people that came in with the PDP, by 2023, they were also at odds with the party. Especially because they don't agree with the emergence of another candidate for the PDP.
And the Northern Chairman.
When the full Adima just ended 8 years. And that's the same problem, that's the same thing they are trying to do now, by also ensuring with the new party, the other party, to basically structured to bring a candidate from a particular part of the country, and that will be the genesis of why that too will go the way of the PDP.
Now, as we coast home, 2027, do you think the PDP will be able to pick up its pieces as we go, as ahead of 2027?
If they continue like this,
remember, there is a Saraki-led reconciliation committee. We don't know what's going on at the moment.
Well, Saraki will do his best. They have a lot of respect for him in the party. Is neutral. Is not Atiku. Is not Wike. He's just on his own.
And the antecedents there, he has done it before.
But the Wike factor, until they are able to resolve the Wike factor. What can they resolve Wike factor? Wike is saying no to northern candidacy in 2027.
How do you think they should handle the Wike situation?
Well, the Wike situation, it's almost.
Give the party a southern candidate.
No, yes, that's it. And Atiku will not agree. And that's what.
Give the PDP bring out the southern candidate today.
And that's what we
they will contest. They will be in contestation.
Yes.
As it were.
But Atiku still wants to run. And Obi too wants to run. The Southeast will not accept an Atiku Obi candidacy with Atiku as president and Obi as VP. Obi will not get the kind of votes he got from the Southeast. The Southeast wants
the
presidency. So let PDP let them beg Obi to come and be the presidential candidate. It could be a solution.
Or tell Wike to become the president.
Or tell Wike, who is still a member of the PDP, to. But no, Wike has already said.
He said he's supporting the president. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That if you give them the.
You are not getting the.
So, but Seyi Makinde too they can push Seyi Makinde to, they can urge him to run. Yes.
Like I said, you said give the PD a southern candidate, but Wike has said he will support the president.
Of course.
But does that still solve the Wike situation?
Look, the structure is this. once PDP or any other party brings up a southern candidate, then the problem of Wike will have been solved automatically.
Yeah.
Understand?
Okay.
His locus, the fishbone in his neck, is that as far as 2027 is concerned, there will be no northern candidates for the PDP.
For fairness.
And he has never hidden that.
Yeah.
He was very clear and ambiguous about that. And that's why every time these people, coalition moves to a party, people will revolt because they realize the fact that what they are trying to do was hijack their structure in favor of a particular candidate. That's why if they leave at that now, maybe they move on to Obe, and then we'll move on from there.
The party has not been registered yet. Okay,
But basically, I think it's too early to prejudge all this. Like you said, 24 hours is a long time in politics.
Sure. Very long.
After candidates emerge
Next year.
governorship, next year for governorship and even presidential, you still see movements.
Yeah.
That was when Wike started having problems. When he lost out of the presidential
movements
yes.
into the APC, out of the APC.
APC, of course.
There have been a lot of realignments.
Lots of realignment.
Serious realignment is coming up.
After
But not now.
After party primaries.
People are sitting back in the ruling party because they are looking forward to maybe things they think come their way.
Yeah.
If governors that are leaving after second term did not get anything, chances are they move their structure to another party.
Sure.
So the party will bleed one way or the other, but they also gain other states that also have the same problem with their own platforms. So it's going to be a very interesting 2027. Very interesting.
I mean, we look forward to
God spare our souls.
God spares our soul. I mean, the PDP, the opposition, now that 2027 is coming, now that 2027, in just rounding off this conversation, looking at this issue about the PDP, what would be your advice, to the PDP with this issue of INEC and the PDP? What would be your advice in rounding off the conversation?
PDP should get Anyanwu and the chairman to sign their letters. They should find...
Even though the governors don't agree with Anyanwu.
No. The governors, they don't have a choice because when they submitted their nominee for Anambra State with another person's signature without that of Anyanwu, they got the governor of... they did a fact-finding with the governor of Bauchi, who told
Bala
them...
Mohammed.
Yeah, Bala, who told them that it is Anyanwu. It is only when Anyanwu signed that INEC recognized their nominee.
So that means the PDP have to get the buy-in of the governors to calm them down, like, let us go with Anyanwu
that is
for
it.
now.
For now. Till the convention is in November.
Exactly.
So, we are in... June is almost gone. July, August, September, just 4 months. Wait for 4 months. You have been bleeding since 2015. So, another 4 months, the bleeding will not kill you. So let them endure till November. Then you can remove Anyanwu and put whoever you want there. They can even come and hire me. I will work for them.
The consultant.
Yeah, that's a consultant.
All right, then I think it's a fine place for us to leave it. Moji Jamiu, appreciate you as always. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
for doing
much.
this with us. And also GKB.